Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here on Saturday, March 9th, continuing to cook up this NBA and college hoops, man. We got a little NHL today as well. Um, it's one of those days, man. A ton of college hoops action, a decent NBA card. I'm ready to cook it up and continue making some money. Mitch, what's happening?
Nothing much, man. Getting ready. Final college basketball Saturday of the year of the regular season for a lot of the bigger conferences. Of course, a lot of the smaller conferences, half the teams have gone home already. And, March Madness is truly underway by tomorrow, I believe, maybe even today. We'll have some teams that will have punched their tickets for the dance outside of the guys who have won their conferences of the big conferences that get the automatic bid for the conference wins, like Tennessee and UConn. But outside of that, I think a lot of tournament spots still open, and will be decided over the next day, and over the next week. Next week, daytime weekday sports. I'm real excited for it. I know that I reached out and told and mentioned on the show that we're looking for cappers. Doesn't mean I can get back to you in 2 seconds or anything like that when you send me an email. And I said, like I said in the initial thing, you got to bring something different to the table, man. If you just like sports and you bet a lot, that ain't gonna do it. We're looking for people with a specific skill. Everybody here wants somebody on our team that's going to make us all better, and I think that's what it's all about. We're not just looking for another body, and I think I'm going to let Jay and Chris decide whoever's going to join the team going forward. Since it weighs on what they do in their performance probably more than it does on mine. So I'll let those guys decide it, who they want to work with and who they don't. And of course, I'll have final say. But so it doesn't matter what they say. No, it does matter. I just want them to be part of the process because these are people that they're going to have to work with. Anyways, like the people we have here.
Yes, sir. Jovan, what's happening?
What's going on? Just like Mitch said, last big college basketball Saturday that we have, but the more meaningful games are, just around the corner. So, you know, when the gravity of the games heightens, that's when people like us come alive. So looking forward to it.
Yes, sir. That's a good one. That's a good one. Costi, what's happening, my man?
I'm confused. I'm confused right now. Is it Friday or it's Saturday?
Saturday.
Ruffalo looks a little darker. It's got to be Friday.
It's Saturday.
It's Saturday. Just making sure, man.
I know a small crew today.
Roof leaned out overnight.
Speaking of him, you right here.
Whoa. Okay, just checking. Just checking.
Well, thinks the show starts at a different time for him than everybody else, or something.
It's in Canada, man. Canada, the time's different.
What's happening today, Costi?
Now, man, I'm pumped. Had a great night last night. Almost swept the board between NBA and college. Excited for the weekend. I know it's March Madness is here. Everybody says March Madness is really the actual tournament, but when conference tournaments are playing, they're all neutral courts for the most part. There's a lot of value, and today's going to be an absolute banger. I love the board today. Let's make some money.
Let's do it. Roof, what's happening?
Yeah, it's a surprise appearance. It wasn't actually I wasn't going to come on this morning, but then Jay hit me up. Was like, "Are you coming?" I was like, "Yeah, you know what? Why not? I'll come on." I got to give Mitch some material. So I'm good, excited. Today's a huge card. Love today's card. Last big card before we get into conference tournaments. So I'm excited.
Well, you missed the exciting news, Chris. You and Jay are in charge of capper hires now at Pick Dogs, and you guys will select if guys get passed up to me or not. I'll make the final decision, but you guys will do the vetting process if these are people that you want to work with.
All right.
Do not blow up my inbox, please.
Yeah, me either. I don't want to see no parlay slips. I don't want to see.
Oh, I thought you were
Yeah,
going to say you
let them
wanna see
know.
any,
Let them know. Let everybody know exactly what you want to see and what you don't
Yeah.
want to see. You know, and
You got
who are the people that you want to work with, you know? So that's what you really have to let people know. Because I say it and it doesn't seem to ring a bell, but it doesn't seem to resonate with people. But
If you're actually
maybe
going
you
to
guys-
seriously reach out, you got to be aware of what you're signing up for. It's not like you can just show up and this is one of those things where it's just like you come on here and there, and no, this is a daily thing. This is legit, and yeah, it's nothing to mess around with.
I want people that are going to bring something to the table, not just people that are enthusiastic and bet sports. You know, Jovan and Jay both came through the contest, so we knew that they could pick good enough to finish in second place. Two participation trophy winners right here.
Participation trophy has actually held up better than the people that actually win the contest.
I didn't say I'm saying, and not, you know, it's like, you know, that's what I'm saying. You never know, but it's like they both won the participation trophy, both under freak circumstances.
Look, all we're saying is if you win the capper contest, it's great for your LinkedIn profile, but in reality, you still got to put in the work.
Yep.
What does that work entail, Chris? Why don't you elaborate a little bit?
I mean, it's not just like Mitch said, it's not just about picking games. It's about showing up, you know, on the bad days. Like, I mean, I can't tell you how many days I've gone winless and I've wanted to just not show up the next day, but we still show up. We still.
Let's go into detail about the winless days.
Okay.
We got time.
I mean,
we got a small crowd.
we have enough time because there's been that many of them.
We got a small group today.
But you know, I guarantee you, there's been days for all of us where you go winless, or you go like 1-6, and there's days where you want to just stick your head in the sand and not show up the next day. But we all do it. We all still show up. We still come through. We don't have the capper flu. We've had people that have worked with us before that have conveniently gotten sick the day after, going 1-8. You show up and you put the work in and you come on the live shows. It's not just, like I said, it's not just doing it when it's convenient for you. This is a 365-day a year thing. And
so someone says we need a Spanish guy, but the thing is that we don't hire based on race and we don't discriminate based on race. We're just looking for good people, man.
Or gender.
If you have any Spanish, it's race, gender.
We have a Spanish guy.
Religion. We do.
If you're
Of
good,
course we do.
Eric Pathy speaks Spanish.
Tony Tellez.
Yeah.
But
we've had fluent in Spanish.
We've had people of all races, genders, everything that have worked out and haven't worked out. So it's like, really, it doesn't really matter that we've always been transparent that way and always been, been equal, in all those ways. But what it doesn't fit are people that don't fit, and that's pretty much what it is.
Yep. Like Mitch said, though, man, you got to bring something to the table. You got to bring something to the table, man. You know what I mean? Bring something new, bring a different flavor, have a personality. We don't need a AI robot. And please don't blow my DMs with parlay slips. That's all I have.
Straight bets only to Jay's inbox.
No D picks.
Oh, man.
That's not going to get you.
Whatever happened to Ashley, the soccer chick? So Ashley, the soccer chick, so her mother got really sick, and then she has her own issues and own things that go on with her, and she just I don't know, she just like misinterprets everything and like has like the foregone conclusion in her head. So I mean, she just didn't work out. I didn't love the way that she did the shows, to be honest with you. We bared through it. We tried to coach her through it, but at the end of the day, Joe Madden, who used to work here, just was like put her foot down and said, "I don't want to work here if she's here," and that's what happened. So at the time we selected Joe. That was really what it came down to. There, you're always going to get the honest answer from me: the good, the bad, and the ugly, man. So I have nothing to hide, man. I have nothing to hide except for the shit I'm hiding.
So, All right, fellas. Let's talk some college hoops, man. Got a good card today. Got a good one. We got some tournaments going on. We got teams gearing up for the tournament. Let's cook it up. Let's start noon. And let's go through one. Decent slot right there. Noon through one. Mitch, talk to me. And ask
Yeah,
one question. If you got
kind.
comments, ask us.
Yeah, go ahead, because we got a small group up here today, so we can definitely interact with the crowd. This is an interesting early card. I don't have a lot of premium picks in this early. A lot of these games came up late, so I didn't have a chance to really put them up. I might add games. I haven't closed my card for the day, but looking at these early ones, it's a tough spot. I like Yale against Brown. I think Brown has certainly played better in recent weeks, but I think Yale, this is kind of their time. Traditionally, they've played really, done their thing. I like Mercer against Samford. Mercer has saved their best for last and has certainly played these teams tough. I believe they beat Samford the last time they played them straight up. So I'll take Mercer in that one. And then I think I like High Point over Longwood as well.
You love you some Mercer. You did cash on the other day, though. You did. Roof. This is a Ruffalo slot, man. Talk to me.
Ruffalo slot. I don't know if I should be, appreciative or offended. Give me Alabama here, laying the big number against Arkansas. This Arkansas team is talented on paper, but the pieces just didn't come together for Eric Musselman this season. This has just been a year to forget for the Hogs. Alabama, that offense has been able to light up anybody that's come into Coleman Coliseum, and I think today is no different on Senior Day. This place is going to be bumping. And I think they blow out Arkansas. It's going to be Alabama, and you said through 1 o'clock, yeah.
Yeah.
Give me App State laying the points against Georgia Southern. App State's been probably the best team in the Sun Belt, outside of James Madison. And Georgia Southern, can't forget the team was winless for a lot of their season. So give me App State laying the points.
Alabama. Jovan, talk to me, my man.
Yeah. I want to roll with Campbell. Monmouth is just one of those teams where if they're an underdog, I want to back them. But if they're favorites, I kind of want to fade them. That's just the situation that I want to be in when I'm rolling with them. When I'm participating in their games. And man, I got burned on that High Point game yesterday. Bradford being up by 14, ended up losing by 14. But I'm gonna go back and fade High Point again, even though the deck stacked against me. Is the tournament's being hosted in High Point. But I like what I've seen out of this Longwood team. So this is March tournament time. It's not going to be a whole lot of chalk. As March progresses. So give me Longwood.
Plus the points there, Longwood for Jovan. Costi.
What's up? Yeah, I'm gonna take Memphis here. I think it's too many points for
Whoa.
FAU to cover at home.
Whoa, you taking a road team on Saturday?
I know. It's this. Sometimes I go against the grain. It's not often. I just think it's too many points. I mean, they just played each other at the end of February, and Memphis won at home by 4. Now you're flipping it to 7.5. I think it's too many. I think it's going to be a relatively close game. I think Florida Atlantic does win the game. They're really good at home, but I just think 7.5 is too much at home. So give me the Memphis Tigers grabbing the 7.5 in my pocket.
Give me St. John's to kick the living crap out of Georgetown. Hey, man, I told y'all. Patino came out, lit that fire under him. They still BS with Georgetown. He said they were going to BS with Georgetown, and since that game, these boys have been balling. Kicked the crap out of Creighton, kicked the crap out of DePaul, kicked the crap out of Butler. I think you add Georgetown to that list. Just a dominant win for Johnny's, St. John's, in the Garden, Madison Square Garden, laying the points there. And give me Alabama too, Ruffalo. I want Alabama. I think they kicked the crap out of Arkansas. Arkansas is not a good basketball team. Talent, yes, but talent doesn't always come together in jail. And that's been the case for Arkansas. Alabama, they're poised to go on a deep run this year in the tournament. We'll see if they can get it done. I'm gonna take Arkansas plus the point. Arkansas. I'm gonna take Alabama and lay the points against Arkansas. My bad.
See Alex Smart's dumb. Got to take him off a lot of money, gets it together. There he is.
There we are. Jeez, boy, what a morning.
Missing the top of your head. Cut off at the nose.
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah,
I think it looked better the other.
yeah, that's right. The internet's out here all over the city, so I'm just on a hotspot. Or
that's what we always say. Fuck Canada.
Yeah, man. Fuck.
Starlink, baby. Starlink.
Yeah.
The old saying goes.
Yes, sir. You ain't missed too much, Alex. We just broke down the first slot of games in college hoops. Okay. If there's anything in that first slot when we come back around, you can go back up.
I can't see a lot, so I'll have to wing it and maybe just agree with somebody right now. My internet's completely down. My lines are down. Everything's down right now, so we'll just go along. I can not wing it, but I can either go along with what somebody else said or go against it, because I've looked over every game on the board over the last since the last night. So,
all right, let's do it. So we stopped at 1:00, fellas. So let's go 2:00. Starting Iowa State, Kansas State, and it's a nice slot. Let's go through 2.
Can I have your phone? I want to try to get the one.
Let's go through 2:00. All right, you got me.
2 through 2.
Is that what I said?
Yep.
Sorry. 2 through 3. My bad.
2 through 3. Okay.
Hey, Eastern Standard messing me up. It happens. Mitch, talk to me.
I like in all the major conference games, I like every underdog except for Texas A&M. So of all the major conference games at this time slot, I don't see it. I like West Virginia plus the points against Cincinnati. I like Kansas State plus the points against Iowa State. I like South Carolina plus the points against Mississippi State. I like Notre Dame plus the points against Virginia Tech. I like Richmond plus the points against George Mason. Villanova plus the points against Creighton. And that's about it. So I like every major conference dog in this slot is basically what I'm going. And I just think Villanova beat Creighton already. Creighton's a fraud. We all know it. We've seen them choke away the entire season, just about every big game that they've had. Every time it looks like they're ready to roll. Virginia Tech is good, but are they going to beat anybody by double digits this season? They haven't shown the moxie to do that. South Carolina just continues to get disrespected, despite Brian Bittler saying they were overrated last week, even though they were picked 14th in a 14-team conference at the beginning of the season. They were overrated somehow by him. Disrespected once again. And then Kansas State, Iowa State, something looks funny to me in that one, right? So it's like we'll just go with somebody knows somebody, something. And Ole Miss against Texas A&M. I'm not betting on a team that's 350th in shooting in the nation anytime soon. I think Ole Miss can hit the boards with them. So that's why I like those. I'll throw in, just for shits and giggles, Gardner-Webb as well.
Gardner-Webb.
caught in a web. So I got quite a few games I like there, and I actually have bet every one of those games today too. At least $750 on each of those games. I got him. I got about 12 grand working right now. Maybe more.
Talk to me, Roof. What you liking today?
Oh, I'm going to steal Jay's thunder a little bit. One dog that Mitch didn't mention. I like Oklahoma plus the 5.5 against Texas. I'm just saying it's a revenge spot for Oklahoma. Dylan Disu, big man for Texas. They run a lot of offense through him. He's banged up. I think he went knee on knee with someone in the last game. If he can't go, or even if he's less than 100%, that's a big blow for Texas offense. And Oklahoma's got a defense that can travel, and they can at least keep this game close. So I'll take Oklahoma in the points. And I will go with, let's see here. I'm going to take the eggs. I'm going to take Utah Tech plus the 10.5 against Stephen F. Austin. Stephen F. Austin just has not been a good cover team this season. And Utah Tech can at least do enough to keep that one within single digits.
Just leaves me scrambled.
Yeah.
Scrambling for a pick there.
I had to poach Oklahoma from Jay.
Yeah, it's, in short order. They take care of it in short order.
Yeah. I gotta say, I think Texas A&M is toast.
Alex is sitting here; he doesn't know the bit, so it's like no idea what we're talking about. So what the running joke is that Utah Tech, because they changed their name from Dixie State, right? So it's like the Twitter egg, like they don't really have an identity, so it's like we call them the eggs. It's like,
I don't think it matters what you call them. Really, you can call them a lot of other names too, but yeah. The one game that stands out for the one game that stands out for me today is Mitch is going to love this one. South Carolina is a great basketball team, and they play well. They have great chemistry. I'll just throw that in first, but this is an interesting situation for Mississippi State. They played a close game against South Carolina earlier this season, and this is senior day here at Mississippi State. And I don't think maybe they're being disrespected, maybe not. I think this is a spot play situation where I'm respecting Mississippi State to come up big here today. I think they really match up well. The kind of team they are matches up very well against visiting South Carolina. The Bulldogs, they've covered the last 4 times in this series with ATS revenge, and I really think they're going to come up big here on senior day. I think they're going to play a heck of a game, and like I said, if it's not broken, the old saying is, why try to fix it? I'm going to try to fix it here, and I'm going to go with the lines maker's opinion on South Carolina, and I'd love to get a 4 here, but I don't think I'm going to.
It's going the other direction, and it's a death sentence.
Yeah, it could be murder or not, but I just feel like
I don't think Mississippi State has the offense to score 5 points, let alone beat anybody.
Yeah, that's the only thing that frightens me with this play, and but I really think
this game could be first to 30.
Yeah, very possibly. I just like the defense. I like Mississippi State's defense, and like I said, I'm not going against anything anybody believes about South Carolina, but I just. Maybe we're always in the lines makers are always in this opinion state that you can't. Well, eventually everything's going to fall back down to earth, and I really believe that this could be one of those situations today. So
Chris, who's the Mississippi State coach? He's the guy from New Mexico State, right?
Yeah, Chris Jans.
Yeah. I mean, he had the same type of team at New Mexico State where it was just like. They win games, but it's like if they score 6, the other team scores 5. Like type team.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's a backcourt team with a strong defense, but I've just got that. I know sometimes like common sense goes out the window with some of these selections, but yeah, you have to go beyond that sometimes. And the spot situation plays like this just stand out to me. And I'm not crazy about the line. I'm just saying I'm looking for Mississippi State to come out of this with a victory today. 5 points. Yeah, we're on the edge with that. Yeah.
Avant, what you liking? What you like to hear, my man?
Yeah, I like South Carolina. You know, that's a play that almost made the premium, but it got left on the current room floor. You know, it's just a situation where Mississippi State, you know, they're not one of those teams that score their you know, a low scoring team, if you could say that. They really they're like Texas A&M, rebounding and defense. That's what you get from them. So as underdogs, you want to roll them. As favorites, anywhere, you know, 4, 5, 6. You don't want to lay points with them. And South Carolina, you know, you see it time and time again. They keep on getting disrespected, and they not only win, but you know they cover these type of games, or they cover these type of games as underdogs, but even as favorites, you know they cover those. You know, last week they played Tennessee, you know, played them tough. They played better teams in this tough on the road. So, you know, I gotta you know back them as an underdog. And then Duquesne has been surging as of late, you know, in the underdog role. And even though this is a situation where they're favorites of over 10 points, you know, I still want to lay it with them. I like what I've seen out of them, and I believe that they you know should you know lay the heavy wood to George Washington.
Ducking these nuts. Jay, that's from Jay saying he's on the show. He's like, "What's this Duckinese team?"
Ducking these nuts.
What you like here, my man?
In the video that I gave out yesterday, one of the groups I deal with, they like Texas at home. I don't like the revenge spot situation when it's a road game. I get it if it's a revenge spot and the other team, like Oklahoma, if they were playing at home, I would like it more. But Texas beat them handedly, getting points. They beat them by 15 at Oklahoma. I think it's just a bad matchup for Oklahoma today. Texas is going to get the job done. They play extremely well at home, and Oklahoma has been struggling on the road. So I'm going to take Texas laying the 5.5. And I'm going to have to go against the grain, even though I love South Carolina. I'm going with Mississippi State. I love the theory, and I've stuck to it for many years. If a team is not favored playing a team that is favored, and the team that's not favored is favored, you take the team. Sorry, not favored. The team that's not ranked. Yeah, I know.
What the hell are you talking about, man? You lost me at a favorite.
It was
me at 2 favorites ago, man.
No, so a team that's not
making
ranked,
shit up,
but is a favorite. If a team that is not ranked, I apologize. A team that is not ranked, that is favored versus a team that is ranked.
Right. Yeah.
You take the team that is favored, that is not ranked at home, blindly. Mississippi State -5.
Oh, there are no parameters on lines whatsoever. No parameters.
Less than 7 is what I do.
Okay. Yep.
You're gonna lose money on both those picks.
That's okay. Listen, this is why we do the show. I was with you last week.
Yep.
We talked for the last 30 minutes of the South Carolina game, and every time you said Brian Bittler's name at least 22 times in that conversation. But we got the job done today. Going the other way, I think they're gonna, like Alex said, South Carolina is gonna get brought back down to earth in this situation. It's a bad spot for them, and the odds makers see it that way too.
So Cost favors the team that's favored and doesn't favor the team that's not favored, but when they are favored,
ranked. It's ranked. Right. I was multitasking. There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes here, and
well, we don't want to know about that.
Not favorite.
I just caught a bad visual, and
it is
taking my mugs back.
For me, man, like Rufus said, he knew what it is. He stole my thunder, but it's cool because it's my man's, and we cashing today on Oklahoma. Let's do it at the window. I want the points, and I'm taking a money line. This the spot. I know Costi was just talking some blasphemy, talking about these boys don't hoop on the
Making
road.
shit up.
You know what I mean? And there was a little validity to it. They have been terrible on
Yeah.
the road. But look who they played. Though.
And-
Look who they were playing. This is the perfect Texas back to being overvalued. Oklahoma back in the spot where we love them. Let's do it. Give me Oklahoma. Let me see. I'm taking Iowa State, man. I've been rocking with them boys all year. I can't get off here. Maybe somebody do know something. Maybe that line is light. If I go down swinging with Iowa State, the team that I think is going to win the whole damn thing, I've been saying that for a while, then I'll go down with them on a Saturday. I'm going to take Iowa State there. Kansas State do be balling at home, but if Iowa State come in and play solid defense like they always do, they're going to be fine. Mitch was hating on my Blue Jays. We finna beat Villanova. Villanova not good. They not good. They not good. Creighton, hey. Other than the one hiccup to St. John's, we've been balling. We've been balling.
Except for the Colorado State game.
Yeah, but that was a while ago. That was a while ago.
Still counts. Counts.
Villanova, man. No, they're not that good, bro. They're not. They're not. And they're
Coming together. Coming
Shark
together.
all over Villanova.
The line's moving the other way. It's Creighton's like they hit the transfer portal really hard, so sometimes it takes a while to get the team chemistry going. I think they finally got it going. It took them forever.
I saw them in person where they didn't have it going.
Yeah, no, they just got it going.
Much better.
They
team.
just got going yesterday.
Yeah.
I like them in that spot.
Just in time to fade Creighton.
You know who else I like? I like William and Mary.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Separate bets.
Yes.
Separate bets.
Towson's gonna roll them today.
No, they're not. They might get beat outright.
What?
They might get beat outright by William and Mary.
I'll bet you a hat on that.
I mean, you're gonna give me the 11 and a half.
back Mitch's hat.
If you give me 11 and a half, you can bet a half.
I'll take 11. They're gonna smoke them by 20 points.
Nah. William and Mary might get them outright.
Bet a Merce.
I'll give you my Merce for your Dak jersey.
Complete with chapstick.
Fair. That's not a fair
Complete
trade.
with used
What's Jay gonna
chapstick.
William and Mary might get them boys outright, man. Did you see
Game
them
used chapstick.
yesterday? Balling on NCAA and
Costy's-
I know that sucked, but it was balling.
I'm gonna do. You know what? I made a decision.
Costy's
Everybody
Merce.
trust me. I'm gonna do the rest of the show in Russian. I won't even speak English anymore.
Costy's Merce.
Я не понимаю, что ты говоришь вообще.
Costy's
Tucker
Merce
Carlson
complete with leftover used chapstick and half a pack of dude
Ты не
wipes.
знаешь, что я говорю.
If he dies, he dies.
Towson, они выиграет.
Towson finna get the brakes beat.
Look,
off
here's the
him.
thing. Costy's Merce is worth like $100. That's like $95 to the good. compared to that
Yeah,
venture.
he's getting a deal.
It's worth more than the Manoa jersey hanging behind you. How about that?
By like $1. Okay.
There you go. Pathy explains the unranked versus ranked favorite in his video today. Eric Pathy explaining it in 4 hours or less.
Let's emphasize the and elsewhere.
Shout out Patty, man. Shout out Patty. I should send him the invite. But yeah, so that's what I like here. I like William and Mary plus the points in that one. I think they got a legitimate shot to get Towson outright. I'm for real. We'll see. That's it. That's it for that slot for me. Let's keep it rolling. We stopped at 3. So we'll go 3 through. Let's go 3 through 6. Mitch, what you got for me here, my man?
Taking the Lowell Riverhawks here against UMBC. This fits into my colleges I visited while on acid formula here. Lowell, I had a good positive trip there, so we're gonna roll with them here. I went to a hockey game there on acid, which is a whole new event. Yeah.
What else is good on acid?
What else is good? Everything.
Everything.
Everything's good. It's way better on acid. Trips. It's like when I took. It's like so. I took my wife to Boston, and I wanted to show her like things that I places I used to hang out when I was in college. And I took her to the bird sanctuary, and it was kind of just like really not much. It's way better on acid.
This isn't fun at all.
It's
terrible.
not fun at all. Like without the acid, it definitely lost something.
Rich is just staring at a stop sign, and he's like, "Look at the thing fly."
There's no birds here. It's actually
Like,
not a bird sanctuary at all.
Birds. There was no
birds.
birds, and we used to sit on this tree over here.
We saw all these birds. There's no birds. It's just named for a park, the bird sanctuary.
It's actually the Audubon Bird Sanctuary, and the other place we used to
The
go to.
Autobahn, they go fast. Is that what that means?
No, Audubon, John James Audubon. And then there was another place we used to go to was Walden Pond, like where they wrote Walden was written. Like not fun at all, not on acid.
I just imagine Mitch like on acid, just finding a perch and like squatting and like waving his arms around.
Well, it's interesting. There was a Nobel Prize winner who said, if you can't do acid once a year, that means you have absolutely no mind at all. Like if you can't, and this guy was big on acid. He actually developed something on acid that actually
Maybe he
was
developed acid.
amazing. I think his name was Kerry Mullis, as a matter of fact. Kerry Mullis.
You can't do acid 12 times in a dead tour. Your mind just isn't there. At least a dozen times. You got the liquid acid, you got the bladder acid, you got a lot of different things you got to try. You got mushrooms, same family, not necessarily.
Not the same.
Anyways, I'm going with Lowell without the acid in this one.
Wow.
Are you sure you've even been there?
The Lowell? Yeah, my friend Moses used to play in the hockey team.
Oh.
The river hawk was one of the birds that Mitch saw at the same.
There you go, yeah.
It's like I saw a river hawk. Actually, that's a beer can. That's somebody.
He walks up to one of the hawk, like the stuffed hawk. He goes, "Did you used to play point guard?"
That's a river hawk. Actually, that's a beer can somebody threw.
Then why is it squawking at me if it's a beer can?
It's hysterical.
Oh man!
Imagine if Mitch did acid right now. Everywhere you look, you see Jason Tatum around him. There's just 100 Jason Tatums. Can't get out of it. Jason Tatum's in the bathroom. He's sitting in the bathroom, and there's Jason Tatum. There's so many of them.
My wife just gave me the moving on. Gary, it's way better on acid. The bird sanctuary, I took you. It was way better on acid, trust me.
Ruffalo.
Yes, sir. All right, I'm gonna take. Let's see here. I'm gonna take Houston. I'm gonna lay the 7.5. This Houston team, all they've done this season at home is crush teams. And I know Kansas catching 7.5 is really tempting, but this team's still 3-6 straight up and against the spread on the road. Houston, they've lost 3 players because of injury, but this Houston team knows how to take that next man up mentality and just keep on rolling with the punches. And Kelvin Sampson's got a team in Houston. I think he helps lead them to a victory by double digits here. I think they whoop up on Kansas today on Senior Day. And I'm going to take, let's see here. I'm going to take Marquette playing the 2.5 against Xavier. This is just it's just a different level of team. Xavier 5-5 straight up in their last 10, 3-7 against the number. Marquette, yeah, they're missing Tyler Kolek, but this is still a talented team top to bottom. I think they get right going into the Big East tournament. Give me Marquette.
Alex.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go against Mr. Ruffalo here, and I'm gonna say, I think this is a spot play. I'm aiming at these spot plays this Saturday. These are very difficult games at this time of year. Senior day or not, Houston right now is suffering what we'll call is playing all-out basketball, shorthanded for most of the season. Great team, but there comes a point where where's that down period going to come? I know great teams just can roll through just about anything, but I'm big on this. You can't play 100% all-out basketball against top-tier opposition all season long without a letdown spot, and this is a key letdown spot for me, and I like Kansas.
Javon.
Yeah, I'm on Vandy. Vandy's played Florida tough, covered the last 3 meetings between these two. With this being, the last game of the season, which is at home for them, senior night and all that. It's just another layer to why I'm gonna take the points, double digits, and roll with the Commodores. And I'm gonna lean TCU. TCU's just a better team. UCF in these road spots, they haven't fared so well. Their first season in the Big 12, so I look for TCU to get the job done in that one.
Costa.
You said we're up to 6 o'clock or 6 o'clock also?
6. 6 also.
A 6 also. Okay. I'm going to take Wake here. I can't believe the line's only 3.5. And I know why it's 3.5 because they just lost outright at home. One of their only losses this year to Georgia Tech when they were laying 13.5. But just weeks ago, they were favored by 3 at home versus Duke. You're telling me that Duke and Clemson are the same caliber of a team? I think you're getting value here because of that loss outright to a horrible Georgia Tech team. And Wake just gets the job done at home. They've been a covering machine all year. They're going to rebound at home. Give me Wake Forest, laying 3.5.
I'm going to take Houston and lay the points in this one. Alex, I feel like they did kind of go through that period. Houston, they're the number 1 ranked team in the country for a reason. And I feel like what we've seen from them all season at home was complete domination to the point where every game was a double-digit home win. The last 2 have not been that. And I think that right there is their low period. I think today they take Kansas behind the woodshed. We've seen Kansas really be susceptible to losing on the road this season, struggling. Do I see how people get there with Kansas? Yes, I do. I'm you know what I mean? Kansas is a good team too. They really are, but I can't bet against Houston in Houston, man. They've been that dominant at home this season. I think they get back to winning by double digits at home at the crib today. So I'm going to roll with the Cougars in that one. Another game I like in this slot, I like Costi couldn't give it to y'all the right way. I'm going to give it to you the right way.
Help them out, man. Help them out.
Let me give it to you the right way, man. The home unranked opponent against the ranked opponent coming in, you got to bet it. You got to bet it. I don't know about that other one earlier. I didn't really want to comment because South Carolina has been undervalued all season. So that one is kind of different. This one here is the one, though. This is the one. This is the one you just take Texas Tech and you don't overcomplicate it. All right?
What?
Yes.
What?
You take Texas Tech and you don't overcomplicate it.
You overcomplicate it because Texas Tech normally is a beast at home. Like 2 losses at home for Texas Tech is like 30 losses at home for like a normal team. And
Correct.
The thing is that means they're vulnerable at home this year. They're like, we had talks last week about how the expectations of South Carolina coming into the season and it's all kind of catching up to them and all that other stuff. I mean, Texas Tech's on their 3rd coach in 3 years. And it's like they had the low expectations coming into this season. I think they're walking into a buzzsaw in this one.
I think Baylor's the one walking into the buzzsaw.
Baylor's 11 deep on the bench, and if they win the national championship, no one is surprised. That's how loaded they are. They are the 2nd best 3-point shooting team in the nation. These guys, the games that they lost, they just went ice cold. But these guys have beaten everybody. And it's like, you talk about like Florida, you were saying, oh, the Gators, you were doing the thing. They beat the shit out of the Gators, man. They beat the shit out of them when they weren't even playing well. They beat the shit out of them.
I know.
Like,
I think this is one you're overcomplicating it. You yourself are.
There's nothing to overcomplicate.
You are a college historian.
Go to the NBA draft projections for next year. Look how many Baylor guys are there, man. This is an NBA team. These guys could take out the Wizards, man. They could take out the Wizards, man.
You're the same guy during college football season that loves the trophies, and you tell me the trophies mean a lot. And I'm telling you here,
you saw, man. You saw they fixed that Iowa. They fixed the Iowa-Minnesota game. That's how much that trophy meant.
I know.
Not a fair catch is a fair catch. Not is not.
I'm still hurting about that one. But Texas Tech, they're gonna show up. Senior night at the crib. It's some things you can just count on. You can count on Texas Tech showing up for this.
Texas Tech, death in Texas, showing up.
This is a fair catch. This isn't a fair catch. That's the way that the rule actually works. This isn't. This is.
Yeah.
This is. This isn't.
I'm upset I can't do this till next year.
Well, that's when the
wind was going to the
Kansas City. Kansas City.
It left Kansas City, went to Baltimore.
That little pig, man. I'm gonna be mad until that game next year.
Boy to Rosedale.
Minnesota, Iowa. Oh man. All right, fellas, let's keep it rolling.
He just comes out with the trophy because it's the little pig.
Yeah, the little pig. That's what I call it.
Fair catch, not a fair catch. This is the difference.
He ran that back. Touchdown. Cheated.
Nope. He signaled fair catch. Not a fair catch. Fair catch.
We got we stopped at 6, so let's go 6:30. Big game right there. North Carolina, Duke, Georgia, Auburn as well right there. We'll go 6:30 through. Damn, it's a lot of games today. 6:30 through 8, and then we'll do the last one to be the last card. So 6:30 through 8. Mitch.
North Carolina all day and twice on Saturday. They beat up Duke in the first game, and I think they beat him up again. And I think they beat him on the boards is where they do it. And I think Duke is just a little soft here. I don't think this team is all that good. And we saw them crying like little babies in that Wake Forest game. They're going to cry like babies in this one. What are they going to do if their own fans storm the court, when North Carolina wins the game? They're going to cry about that too. I think that this is going to be just another bad day for Duke. We saw Carolina win plenty of games at Duke over the years. In fact, Coach K's last game, his last regular season game at Cameron, Carolina beat them there. I like Carolina. I think Carolina has a chance to go to the Final Four. I think they're a better version of Iowa State. Is what they are. They're a better version. And they don't have as good a coach, but they got a better team.
I was with you until that last statement. I don't know about all that, but
they are.
I liked everything.
How much? What's Baycott pulling down this year? 6-7 million. Stay.
I'm gonna like Duke a lot next year when they get Cooper Flagg in the building. Yeah,
he's a baller, man. I'm excited to see him.
He's a bucket. Oh my god.
Where are the Boozer twins going?
I don't know. I gotta see. I just saw that the other day. Cooper.
There's a lot of good guys coming out. Yep. Well, they're always all, but just a lot of guys like Gilbert Arenas, his son. He's a little bit younger, but he's coming up.
The guy is Harper for Rutgers. That's the guy. Harper.
Who?
Harper. Yep. That's the guy. His brother was the guy. His father was the guy. He's the guy.
Oh, I hate the Rutgers Harpers.
Ron Harper's son?
Oh man, that's why I got my hatred for Rutgers with Ron Harper Jr. and company. because he's just not that good. He was good for a college player, but he's just not that good.
No, he's
And
not, but he's good in college.
I haven't seen his brother play, but I'll probably be fading him too.
Baycott makes $500,000 a year.
That's it?
Yeah.
Wow. And Hunter Dickinson got $7 million. Wow.
It's crazy.
That's bullshit. Call him. I'm sending him. I'm gonna send him a couple.
Did you guys see that next year they're doing an NIL tournament? Did you guys see that? So y'all didn't see that? This came out like yesterday. They're doing an NIL tournament next year. So basically, it's going to be 8 teams, and then the following year is going to be 16. But every team that comes gets $1 million. It's split up between everybody, and then whoever wins gets $1 million. Split up between everybody.
We should have one at Pick Dogs,
and
NIL tournament.
And they're talking about like a lot of the big teams are in there. So I thought that was cool.
Well, they're the ones that pay. The ones that pay the most are the ones that are winning. So,
yep.
Yeah,
Semifinals: Joe Vaughn versus Chris at the ping pong table.
You liking the slot roof?
I don't like Costi dissing my backspin. I'm
Pick
gonna
Dog
go
Olympics,
with.
dude. Come on.
I tell you, one event I'm not competing in is the high jump. I got to carb up for the shot put. I'm gonna take Drake. I'm gonna side with the Bulldogs there.
Drake.
I do like Drake, and I like the Bulldogs in this spot.
I don't like
Bradley's just been a hard team for me to trust away from home. When you get them at home at a low number, that's when they're the best to back. But on a neutral floor in the conference tournament against a Drake team that beat them twice this season, I don't think the double revenge is in play here. I think Drake is the better team. I think they take care of business. Give me Drake, and give me, where is it? I just had it. Give me Morehead State laying the points against Little Rock. The number has gone up, but that's fine. I'd still play it up to 5.
They didn't
Morehead
cover
State,
yesterday.
This is true that, but they were laying a bigger number there, and I just think Morehead State's the best team in that conference. If they didn't stumble down the stretch, they would be the 1 seed. Little Rock would probably be the 2 or the 3. Morehead State's just the best team in that conference. So give me the Eagles there.
Alex, anything you like in this slot, my man?
Yeah, I do. I think the consensus here would be on that North Carolina Duke game. The consensus would be that we're going to have an over game, just like the one we had earlier this season, a 93-84 contest that, easily eclipsed the total. The lines makers have gone right back to that same, isolation number again around 150, actually lower than the last time. And, I kind of believe that's where we're going to go. It's going to be more grinding affair than the public expects. And, I'll tell you, as this season has progressed and as we get closer to postseason play, North Carolina has really put on the brakes when it comes to being super aggressive on offense, and instead have really concentrated on good transitional basketball, especially on defense. And Duke's the same. Duke's gone under in 8 of their last 9 games, and North Carolina's gone under in 4 straight games. And you can see a concerted effort by both coaching staffs to make sure that their teams are playing top-tier defense. Just watching Duke just shut down Virginia last time out, and watching North Carolina do the same thing when they played Virginia. And I just think this is going to be a more physical matchup. I think they've got a lot to prove here today. And I even like taking the points here with North Carolina. I think the edge is, this line is closer to 3.5 from my perspective.
You're right. Flipowski is a pussy. I agree with you.
Yeah.
That's what he said. Yeah. That's what he said.
Yeah.
And the rest of them too.
They've got to show some grit here before we get towards the big games, and the big games are around the corner, and I think that's what we're going to see today.
Avant.
Yeah, I like the under in the North Carolina Duke game as well. It's just a situation where the game with the was is going to happen. I think it's a close game. You know, both teams get tight. You know, in the last 10 minutes or so of the game. That's when you're going to see a real grind. You know, as far as pace of play in this game. So I like to be on the south side of 150, 150 and a half, 151, whatever it is. So give me the under in that one. And North Carolina State, I'm on the Wolfpack in this one. They've lost their last 3 games. You know, they've put themselves in a bad position as far as getting the Outlaws bid. But, you know, being that this is the last game before the conference tournament, they're going to want to get this win. They play the Panthers close usually, and I think that they play them close in this one as well. So I think it's going to be a 2-possession game. As long as this line stays, outside of 2 possessions, I'm on the Wolfpack.
Yeah, I'm going back to the well. I got burned on Oregon the other night. I'm going right back to them. It's a good spot for them to get revenge, and you're getting value because they did take 2 losses in a row and 3 out of their last 4. They're still a really good home team. Colorado just played better that night. Utah hasn't shown me anything on the road that's going to make me take them, and especially now that I'm only laying 3, I'll take it all day. And this is a typical revenge spot for me on back at home. They lost to Utah in early January by 3 on the road, and Oregon was getting 6.5. Now the tables have turned, and Oregon's only laying 3.5 versus the other way around, where it would be laying 6.5. If the tables have turned, I like the 3.5. I think they're going to win this game by 5, 6, maybe even more, but I think that 3.5 is very valuable.
Let's close out the college hoop slot. End it out. I'll start first. Mitch, can I see the list? It's that simple. Number 6. Football and hoops. We're fading USC's ass. Arizona finna go in there and bust them up. Double-digit win. That simple. Give me Arizona. Mitch.
I'm going to go with, in the final slot here, I like LSU over Missouri. Missouri's been miserable this season. I don't love LSU, but, man, I really hate Missouri bad. They stink. I'm going to go with I kind of like USC against Arizona with the points, though, in that one.
What? For the first time
with
this
the
year?
With the points. And I took them the other day, too. I've been taking them a lot recently because now we have value. You know, and then it's like they had value, then they lost value. I went against them with Arizona State the other day. Now I'm back onto USC. So it's kind of like, you know, back to our Grateful Dead acid days. You know, it's like back off USC, obviously, into USC, off USC, back into USC.
Into UIC?
Sound like me with the Hawks.
Into UIC is intimacy. Into UIC.
Yeah, go hug a purse. We got I also I kind of like Santa Clara against San Diego, the Toreros. They're playing a little above their pay grade last night, beating Pepperdine. You know, Pepperdine was tired from running up and down the court against Pacifics.
Yeah, they should. Disgusting. Trash.
They took advantage of that. And I'll leave Seton Hall for you.
I forgot. I left it off. I forgot. Shit. Y'all know we laying that up, though. That's a layup. Laying that shit up. Ruth.
Oh, you couldn't have left it for me, huh? Yeah, I'm taking DePaul. Jeez. Or sorry, not DePaul. Please.
Oh,
No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. I'm taking Seton Hall.
Okay.
Yeah, DePaul's been getting crushed, and I think their lowest scoring output of the season was against Seton Hall in the first meeting. They scored 39 points, lost that game by 33. It's at a point now where it's laughable. DePaul's quit. Give me Seton Hall in the points there, and I'm going to take.
Make a tournament? Are they going to make a tournament, or is this their last game?
Who, DePaul?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
No, they'll be in the Big East tournament.
Well, they'll be in the Big East tournament, but I'm saying they're not going anywhere
So
after that.
they got one game in the Big East tournament.
They got one game in the Big East tournament.
So we got 2 games left. Damn.
Got 2 games left.
All right. When's the Big East tournament start?
Tuesday.
There you go.
And who they probably gonna have?
Probably be
UConn.
a
A lot of
play.
work ahead, man. We got to make money today, Jay. This is
I'm
Well, the way the Big East tournament generally works is that 4 teams get buys in the first round, and some even get in the second round too. In a lot of these tournaments, first and second round buys.
we only got so many chances to fade DePaul.
Well, 2, including today.
But you have to be aware the lines makers are aware of everybody's fade on DePaul.
But it hasn't helped them.
Better be
But it
ready
hasn't
to
helped them.
Yeah. You better be ready to lay some heavy lumber.
It's helped them. It hasn't helped them, and it just like it didn't help Pacific.
Sometimes teams are so bad that the books can't even fathom that they're that bad.
Oh, they fathom, but it's like you can't put the line at 50.
Or can you?
Right,
Well, they
still
can. No, because
Take it off
even
the
like when
board.
Baylor plays Southeastern Louisiana, like in the early season, those lines are usually like 33 to 35.
Yeah, very true.
Which I like Southeastern Louisiana over DePaul money line, by the way.
Oh wow. For sure.
If the standings held up through today, it would be St. John's DePaul in the first round. It's 6 versus 11.
I'm laying that shit. I'm laying that shit. I'm laying it.
Yeah, that's good.
Ain't Johnny's, baby.
Wow.
They need DePaul needs to go to like the NEC or something like that. Like
So, Alex,
Yeah, you know what? I saw.
Are you done, Chris? I'm sorry. Were you done, Chris?
that's okay. It's all right. I'll be quick. Okay, I was going to say Arizona State plus the points against UCLA.
Yeah.
Cool.
UCLA is disappointing, and when they had to play big the other night, they didn't. So that's a good point. It looks like who knows what's going on with that team right now at this point. Also, USC is one of those teams that just seems to. I mean, they're obviously very inconsistent, and Arizona is obviously a top tier team, much far superior. I don't know. I won't go as crazy to say far superior talent wise because USC, just like their football team, constantly recruits top level players. It seems they can't put anything together, and but because of that talent level, you always have to look at them when they're massive underdogs playing at home, and from a league wide perspective too. From a college basketball perspective, a hot team, having covered 6 of their last 7 games against the spread, a top-level team, 800 or better, playing a team with a losing record. They're just 14 or 48 ATS. So that's a 78% go-against conversion rate for bettors, just looking at it from that basic league-wide or college basketball-wide trend. So I don't know. It's another one of those spot plays today. This is a very, very funky weekend, and you've got to be very careful with what you're playing, but USC, despite of what people might think about them, Trojans.
For sure. I'm fading their ass still. I'm sorry, Alex.
No, it's all right. Yeah. All right. You only can play what you see on paper. You got to take your edges. I'm with you on the concept of who the better team is, and like I said, but if you really look at the talent on USC, it's not that bad. It's
not. You got a point.
Yeah, cohesiveness.
Javon, what you like in here, my man?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll my Hampton Pirates. It's a situation where they've been playing the best ball of their season, covering 5 of their last 6 games, and I just look for them to keep it rolling in conference tournament play against Delaware, even though they got shellacked by them in their last game. So give me the Pirates, take the points, and then I'm gonna roll with UNLV as well. Both of these teams, they've been hot, So in that scenario, I want to take the underdog. That's really as simple as that. UNLV, they've covered their last 5, 9-1, like I said, in their last 10. As well as Nevada is. But I think it's going to be a dogfight in this game. So, that's what we have been having in the Mountain West. with these teams just beating up on each other. Home team usually gets it done, but in this case, I'll take the points.
Costi, close us
Yeah,
out.
I'm gonna agree with Jovan there that I like UNLV getting the points. Great on the road, great against the spread on the road, and I just think it's too many points. Both these teams are good. Obviously, Nevada's had a much better season, but UNLV has proven that they could win on the road in this conference, and I just think that 6.5 is too many. I'd rather have them in my back pocket.
For sure. Before we move on to the NBA, the National Basketball Association, was there anything you missed in college hoops? And what are you selling today? We'll start off with you, Money Man Mitch.
I got a bunch of college hoops picks out there. That's pretty much what I have so far. I might add a few NBA, but that's all I have. Is just a bunch of college picks broken down into some 3-packs and an individual pick. Then I have some extra picks that I might package together as well.
There you go. Ruffalo. Anything you left off in college hoops today? And what are you selling?
Yeah, I think the one that I probably would go back and look at is let me see here. I just had it and I lost it. There we go. I'm gonna take Yale as well, laying the 11.5 against Brown. I think Yale's just best team in that conference, and the bottom half of the Ivy League's pretty much sorted. For sale today, got a 5-pack for college hoops in the afternoon. Got a $19 play. Bunch of 3-packs for college hoops. Couple 3-packs for NHL and an NBA 3-pack as well. So this is the best time to jump on long term is right now at Pick Dogs.
There you go. Hop on with Ruffalo. Pick Dogs Premium. Alex.
Yeah,
any game you left off in college hoops today? And what are you selling?
Yeah, we got some college hoops action on today. We got a 3-pack of sides, 3-packs of totals. Totals, I've just been actually crushing it probably for 3 straight seasons now. Hard to believe, but over a 400 selection run, I'm 61%. I'm 61% since last year, and rocking into 61% this year. So these are some big numbers on a large group of plays from my college basketball totals. Right now, I'm also I've got a 3-pack of college basketball sides and hitting 63% over my last 67 selections. We got some NBA afternoon totals action too. Hit 63% of my last 38 totals calls. That's the Bulls Clippers this afternoon. And I picked up on one real sharp NBA side selection from this evening. $14,000 run for dime players. We're testing tonight, 68-49. And yeah, that's about it. Looked at some NHL. NHL is real funky this time of year. I call it funky because you got to be real careful with what you're choosing right now. So couldn't find an underdog I like, so I just sort of passed.
Go hop on with Alex over at Pick Dogs Premium. Jovan, what you got today, my man?
Yeah, I got a 3-pack in college basketball at noon. Also got a 5-pack for the 2:00 time slot. I love that time slot. Another 3-pack for the 3:00 time slot. Got not 4:00, but late afternoon 3-pack, and then I got another 3-pack for the nighttime games. A lot of college basketball plays per usual. But adding a couple more, and I might add in an NBA player too, and put it up for sale as a single package.
There you go. Money making Saturday. Hop on with Jovan. Costi. Services are you able to get from you today?
So you could always purchase Sharp Trading Plays or Dime Club by sending me a text 775-636-7674. We don't sell anything daily. The groups that we get the games from don't really care about the micromanaging of individual days or games. They do it as a monthly subscription. I just, while on air, posted 5 games. That was a consensus from all my groups for college basketball. I'll be doing NBA shortly. So if you're a subscriber, you just got the alert sent to your phone. If you're not a subscriber and you're a player that could bet 1,000 or more a game and you want a free consultation from me, shoot me a text 775-636-7674.
There you go. Hey, I'm trying to keep it rolling in the NBA, man. I have a 3-pack today in the NBA. You guys can scoop up, or you can scoop up my NBA play of the day. We've hit 4 in a row, going for our 5th straight today on that NBA play of the day. We are 60. Hold on, let me get the exact number. I don't want to bullshit you. We are currently 66, 41, and 4, last 111 on that NBA play of the day. So trying to keep it rolling there. I have a college hoops best bet today. I'm loving today's Saturday action, man. So you guys can hop on with me or hop on something long term as we continue to try to kick the crap out of the NBA rolling forward. And then it's March Madness. So hop on, maybe let's continue to make some money betting hoops. Let's talk some hoops. Talk some NBA. Let's talk some NBA. How many games we got today? I forgot. 8. Phone moving slow.
7.
7. We can go 2 games at a time. But let's go Bulls, Clippers, Nets, Hornets. Pair them up together. We got the Clippers land 7.5 on the Bulls, and the Nets land 6.5 on the Hornets. Hey, first one, I'm taking the Bulls. It's not even that complicated. It's really not. Am I a little worried that roster manipulation is going on here? Yes, I am. Because, of course, Kawhi, Paul George, and James Harden are all listed as questionable. So there's some roster manipulation going on here. I want to see what happens with those 3 guys before I officially play it, but it's Bulls or pass. The Bulls, we're continuing to fade the Clippers. They've been terrible ATS since coming out of the break. The Bulls have been red hot ATS since coming out of the break. In all honesty, I think the Bulls have a legitimate shot to win this game outright. I'm taking Chicago in that one. And then the other one, I'm not betting this game today, Brooklyn, Charlotte. If I were to, it would be Charlotte. I know they looked disgusting yesterday, lost to the Wizards. Ruffalo had that with nailed on the morning show. But what I'm not doing is laying 6.5 on the road with Brooklyn. That's what I'm damn sure not doing. We just saw them lose outright on the road to the Pistons. So turn around and land 6.5 with them. I know Cam Thomas is back. Can't do it, won't do it. So small lean on Charlotte in that one, but I like the Bulls much better in those first 2. Mitch.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bulls, man. I've been fading the Clippers with Jay since the All-Star break. I just want nothing to do with them. The Bulls, 6 games clear in the play-in. They're good to go, man. They're going to be at least in the play-in this year. The Clippers fading fast, 4th in the standings in the West. Ever since they made them second choice in the betting in the West, they've done nothing but slide backwards. Got a team that's playing well and feeling it in the Bulls, beating the Warriors last time out. If you could beat the Warriors, you sure as hell can beat the Clippers. We're just waiting for a better world, Jay. A world with no Clippers. Chris?
Oh man. Yeah. No, give me the Bulls and the points as well. I just think it's a case of too many points with the Clippers. And like Jay said, roster manipulation is always at play with the Clippers. I think Kawhi was the godfather of load management, but the Bulls are playing better. I remember earlier this season, I thought this Bulls team was going to, tear it down at the trade deadline and offload, and they're going for a play-in spot. So, I think what are the? I think what's that?
You know what it is with the Bulls?
Yeah.
No Levine.
It's true. But I think the Clippers are like 40-21, but they're like 500 against the spread. So
31
50 team. So give me the Bulls and the points.
Yep. Stop fading the Clippers.
No way. I'm done with the Clippers. Clippers are moving to Seattle.
Clippers.
No way.
Alex, you like anything in these first 2, Nets, Hornets, or Bulls, Clippers?
I just want to fade everybody for the fun of it, Chicago's they failed to cover 7 of the last 8 away versus 600 or better non-conference opposition.
But they weren't playing the Clippers.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to argue. I'm just playing devil's advocate here, and you have to look at the line. I think the line is is decent. The Clippers are on a couple of days rest. I mean, they should be fresh for this. If there's ever an excuse for the Clippers to come out here and really run the ball at home in an afternoon game, this could be it. Yeah. At least they will run the ball, and I think they'll be fresh enough to play strong defense. So, I'm just going to go with the Clippers. I know a lot of there are not a lot of Clippers fans these days, and more importantly to us is it's the spread and not the wins, and they have had issues along those lines. But hey, this is still a top quality team, and this is a good opportunity for them to play a big game.
Yeah, I forgot one thing about that game. They got the Bucks on deck tomorrow too.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You could say you could go this way. Okay, you want to win this game because you got the Bucks tomorrow. You really need to win this game, or you could say, hey, we're gonna be more conservative here and try to not exert a lot of energy. I mean, I think you could
Goes both ways. I feel.
Or you could just say fuck the Clippers. I mean, that's like what I usually do. That's what I usually say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Javon, you like anything in these two?
Not really, but I'm gonna give my opinion nevertheless. I'm gonna roll with the under in the Bulls Clippers game. It's just a lean. Just given how these two teams play, and you're gonna see some defense and some rebounding out of the Bulls, and we don't know who's gonna be on the court for the Clippers, but they could bear down on defense with the best of them. So I would like to take the under in that one. And I'm gonna roll with Charlotte. Coming off that pathetic performance yesterday. Short turnover. I like the back teams when it's no rest and they took a double digit pounder like that, so, or double digit loss, to an opponent. Get some quick get back, bounce back in this one. Plus they're at home, going up against an injury depleted Brooklyn team. So I'm on the Hornets.
Yep, I'm with you on the Hornets. It's not a premium, but I'm probably gonna bet it. Is what I said this morning on the gym session. Like I'm probably gonna put a couple dollars on it just because. Costi.
I'm with the Bulls here. I think all the points that were said are accurate, and I believe in all of them. But also the biggest one for me is the look ahead spot for the Clippers. They're playing the Bucks tomorrow. Roster manipulation is definitely part of it today. We don't know if those guys are going to sit. I could see them sitting some guys getting ready for Milwaukee tomorrow. Bulls have been red hot since the break. I'm not laying any points, especially 7 points with these Clippers. They've been up and down, inconsistent, bipolar the second half of the season, and I just don't trust it. I'd rather have the points in my back pocket, so I'll take the Bulls. And then
love the Clippers, man. You love the Clippers.
I love
to marry the Clippers.
D. Loved.
I'm gonna marry the Clippers.
Divorced.
You
already
love
divorced.
them.
I'm done. I don't love them anymore. They cheated on me. They were not faithful. So when you're not faithful,
I tried to
I took them back one time. I did take them back. I thought it was going to change. We went to therapy, and it didn't. It didn't. It got worse. Found out some things. I don't know. It's James Harden, man. You can't trust him. And give me Charlotte. I like the points at home. Coming off a double-digit loss on the road to the Wizards, which is embarrassing as it is. There's no way I'm laying points on the road with the Nets. I don't care who's playing, even if they have guys back. They stink on the road. Do I think the Nets win this game? Probably, but I wouldn't be shocked if Charlotte won the game outright. But I'm not being greedy. I'll just take 6.5 and not take the money line. But wouldn't be shocked if Charlotte came out and got the dub.
I wouldn't either. Next two, we got my favorite team, the Dallas Mavericks, laying 7.5 on the Pistons. And we got the Warriors laying 11.5 on the Spurs. We'll save that Celtics one. We'll put that in.
Excuse me, guys. I got to take a senior citizens piss break. Just give me 3 seconds. I'll be right back.
Did he just pull a Lamar?
Pretty much.
They pulled a, that's what you have to say. You can't just say that. You just have to say, I'll be back. Then you come back.
What you like here, Mitch? In these two,
I'll-
Spurs, Warriors, or Mavs, Pistons, or both?
I kind of like the Pistons here plus the points, but I also really like the Warriors against the Spurs. They're mad. They lost last time out against the
Man.
They'll be mad.
No Curry? You
baby.
don't like 10.5, no Curry?
Man.
Yep. Somebody knows something laying that kind of number with no Steph. I like the Warriors here.
What was that? Is that what we're going over?
Which?
Warriors?
Yeah.
Spurs, Warriors, and Mavs, Pistons.
He skipped the Tatums.
You skipped the Tatums?
Yep.
Technically, not really. The Warriors and Spurs and Celtics Suns are both at 7:30. So not really.
I got 15 reasons to take.
That's what I'm saying. We'll get there. We gotta put that one in a box of its own.
Fair enough.
We're gonna hear Jovan's defense of the Celtics.
Ruffalo, what you like in these two, my man?
Oh boy. Well, I will say that Spurs Warriors game. You got a Warriors team that's 0-3 this season without Steph, and a Spurs team that's 0-7 without Wemby. So yeah, pick your poison there. But I'm gonna go with the Mavericks.
The Trash Pandas. You on us today? Okay.
He doesn't feel good about it.
Pain, but
Yeah.
when there's an angle that's 12-3 against the number, Trash Pandas or not, I will bite the bullet if I lose on that. If I lose on an 80% angle with the Trash Pandas, so be it. 12-3 against the number is a road favorite this season. The Pistons are still the Pistons. The Pistons are still a 10-win team. Yeah, they're about 500 against the number, but if the Mavs can't win a spot like this by margin, then I don't know what to tell you. My only concern for the Mavs is Luka's questionable with that elbow sprain, but I think he goes here.
There you go. Alex, Spurs, Warriors, and Mavs, Pistons.
Wow. Those games are just games that just sort of, Golden State, has covered four of their last five against 300 or less opposition. It seems they come to play against teams like that. It seems they've come to play against just about everybody in the league lately. The seniors on this team seem to really have picked it up, even more than the seniors on the Lakers. So I'm looking at this Golden State team, with some futures tickets even. So we're not only talking about I see them doing well here today. I see them doing well right into the playoffs and shocking a lot of people.
It's the Warriors. I say that shit all the time, Alex. It's the Warriors. You can't never count them out.
Yeah.
They've been there, done that. Can't never count them out.
Too much senior talent, too much experience. Yeah.
Can't count them out. Can't. Jovan.
With these two games. Yeah, I'm gonna lean Mavs. Just like Chris said, Detroit is still Detroit. They're still a bad team, and I don't want to take the points with them at this number. I would need 9 points at least. As far as I'm concerned. So I think that the Mavs should be able to get it done in this one, with or without Luka. Because if Luka's not on the floor, then it's going to be the Kyrie Irving show. So he should be able to, him and others, Tim Hardaway and others, should be able to get it done against the Pistons. And for Golden State, I don't know. I'm at this number without Steph. I want to be on the Spurs. I don't know if I could get to the window with it, but I want to be on the Spurs. I like what I saw out of them last game against Sacramento. That was a 2-point game. So
I thought they was gonna get him.
Yeah. So they run a faster style of play. Without Wemby on the court. The talent might not be there, but I like Vassell. So yeah, I'll take the points. Little too steep to back the Warriors.
Costa.
Yeah, I'm on make it simple. Trash Pandas for me. That 12-3 stat line is what matters in this one. I don't like the Detroit Pistons. I know we had them on the money line the other night. They got the job done. But even without Luka, I agree with Jovan as well. Kyrie goes off, and it actually sometimes benefits him as a player where he can have the necessary possessions in his hand, and at times it's benefited. So I'll lay the points there. And in this other game, this is a really, really tough one. They did play well without Wemby and almost beat Sacramento, but you just don't know. I can't lay the points with Golden State, so I'm going to lean San Antonio, but this is just one. It's just something smells about this game that Klay Thompson goes off, and he can, and they blow out the Spurs because he can do it. Is he going to do it? I'm not betting this game at all, not touching it, but it's just one of those 50-50 games. And I want to lean toward the San Antonio, but I could easily see Golden State blowing these guys out without Wemby, and they didn't do it back-to-back nights. So I don't like it, but I'm going to lean San Antonio.
Yep. I'm on the Mavs. Easy. 12-3 ATS road favorite. This they spot. At home favorite. Don't trust them. I know I trust them all the time. We laugh about it all the time. I know. But the road favorite. Now that's the spot.
12-3.
12-3. I had Pistons money line last game. I did. I bet the Pistons. This is a Pistons style program. We like the Pistons. Not tonight though. Not tonight. After the win, they returned back to one of the worst teams in the league. Mavs kicked the crap out of them. You very rarely hear these words that are about to come out of my mouth, but I'm taking a sexy pick. I'm taking the over in that Golden State Spurs game. I can't pick a side that game. I can't. I'm not laying 10.5 with the Warriors, no Steph, and I'm not. I did have the Spurs last game against Sac, but this is still the Warriors at home, Chase Center, and yeah, I wouldn't be. And like Mitch says, the line looks like somebody knows something. So
I know something. The Warriors are going to kick the shit out of the Spurs. That's what I know.
If I was forced to pick that game, I'd pick Golden State. But I think the over is in play. I think it's just going to be up and down, points. I like the over in that one. Hey, to the TV game, ABC. Is this the bounce back spot?
The bounce back spot.
Is this the bounce back spot, man? Them boys had a substantial lead on the Cavs, pooped it away. Tatum shot the ball at the buzzer, thought he was finna go to the line and win it. Go to the scores table. Nope. Then last game, man, 40 seconds left in the game. Tatum to Brown. Terrible pass, by the way. Back to Tatum, wide open for the lead. Clank. Nuggets survive. They got another chance here on national television to try to avenge themselves. They're laying 5.5 on the Suns. There is some injury news looming over this game. Of course, Tatum and Brown are game time decision. Just thought I'd put that out there. Booker game time decision. Thought I'd put that out there. I'm not a doctor. I think Tatum and Brown both play. I think Booker does not play. It would be what I think goes on here. I think it's the bounce back spot. I do.
Oh, God, Jay, stop. Stop. Embarrassing yourself.
I think it's the bounce back spot, man. I do.
Oh, my God.
Mitch, I think it's going to be one of the ones where they do what they did to the Warriors, man, where they're going to be acting like they did something and they're going to smash sorry old Phoenix. I'm laying in here, man. What you doing?
What do you think I'm doing? Taking the Suns. I'm more than sprinkling on the money line. I don't even see a path here for the Celtics in this one. Against the Spurs, there was no path. At least against Cleveland, we saw at least a path to a possible money line win. Of course, no chance of a cover there either. But the thing is that, I mean, this team is in a free fall right now. It's like they are absolutely horrible on the road. They're a horrible cover team on the road. I mean, you're going to lay points against a team with a winning record, a playoff team, basically, against the team that can't cover spreads on the road. I'll take the team that covers spreads at home against the underachievers any day of the week. I think the Celtics are already working on the excuses. Oh, Brown's a game time decision. Tatum's a game time decision. Oh, whatever. It's like, yeah, whatever, man. These guys not nearly as good as what they say they are. We know when the chips are on the table, these guys they go home, and that's what they're going to do here again. Terrible. They're the worst team in the history of sports with the best record in the league. At this point in the season, that game in Denver was embarrassing. You have the best record in the league. Your best players taking the shot at the moment. I mean, you think if Steph's taking that shot, you think it's a brick? I mean, you think if LeBron's taking that shot, if Kyrie's taking that shot, all those guys have had those opportunities in much bigger moments than that and have hit the shot. This guy never hits the shot.
Whoa. LeBron taking the game-winning shot and nailing it? No.
Curry taking the game-winning shot and nailing it? No, either.
No. Yeah, no. Not Steph either for the he's the greatest three-point shooter that's ever been.
Yeah, and he don't hit them.
And in those clutch spots, he hasn't been able to hit those type of shots.
He don't hit them. He don't.
Yeah.
How many rings does LeBron have where he was the MVP of the finals?
Hey, they always give it to the best player, no matter what, even if they're not the best player on the court for that series.
So the Golden State ring, the ring when they beat Golden State for the championship. So LeBron didn't take the final shot. Kyrie did, but you don't say LeBron won that game for them?
No, I agree a lot with. I mean, I see what you were saying. I think on the point of the last shot, hey, you feel me?
Big time players step up in the big time spots in the big time games. And this guy folds, man. And he comes up with all kinds of excuses, and you guys make him for him. He's 23, he's 24, he's 25, he's 26. It's like all these freaking excuses. Rolled my ankle. I thought we were playing the Clippers. All this bullshit. It's like, hey, go out and win something, and then I'll be the first one to give you credit, man. But it's like until that happens, which is going to be a while, I ain't giving him shit, man. It's nothing. He got everything he wanted. He got Porzingis. He got Holiday. Got whatever he wanted.
Listen.
Except, you know what he does? Nothing.
I get it, but there's other superstars in this league that have done nothing. Not even made it to the conference finals. Can I say Joel Embiid? Can I say Joel Embiid? You know what I'm saying? And he had
but nobody says the Sixers are the best team in the league.
Hey, I understand, but hey, that's what they are this year. They're the best team in the league.
Oh my God! Right, did you not just did Denver not beat them twice?
No,
I mean,
listen to what I'm saying. Record-wise, they're the best team in the league. It is what it is.
But that includes games against the Hornets, against all those other teams, man. I'm talking about the head-up games against the good teams.
The Denver Nuggets are the defending champs. They're the best team in the league. I'm just saying, record-wise, the Boston Celtics are. They have their flaws. Listen, I'm a Boston Celtics fan to the heart, but you're not gonna count me in as one of those blind faith, Celtics fans. I'm not one of those type of green teamers. You know what I mean? So
like Jay saying they're gonna win the championship this year. It's like you gotta be doubting that after those Nuggets losses. I mean, both of them, they lost to both places.
Absolutely not, because those were close games. It wasn't like they got beat up
because the Celtics can't win a close game. They don't win close games.
Of course they can. They just didn't in those games against the defending champs with the best player on the court.
Well, let's go back over the close games over the last 4 years. Name one, that they've won that meant anything.
Oh,
they've won zero, man.
Heat game 7, not last year, but the year before.
What about the Lakers game this year when LeBron busted him up in the Garden as well, man? It's like, I mean,
LeBron wasn't on the court. Those are the other guys.
That's diehard. That's diehard.
But listen, the Celtics, they are who they are. They just came off an 11 game win.
They were really good in the 80s. In the 80s, they were really good.
Yeah, well, that was then. This is now. Just it's a whole nother team, whole nother legacy. But
the legacy.
They made 4 straight Eastern Conference Finals. It's not like they're getting knocked off in the semifinals or the first round, or anything like that. Now these other teams, that haven't gotten a sniff, all these other superstars that haven't gotten a sniff, Jason Tatum's not that. Jaylen Brown's not that. They've actually made it, and they're still young. So, then it's not like they're 30 years old chasing.
Let me ask you a question. Who has a better chance of hoisting the trophy, UConn or Boston Celtics?
Who, me? Oh, you asking me?
Yep.
I'm going to say UConn.
See, we all agree.
Listen, I was on UConn. Hey, I was on UConn last year. I rode them all the way to the championship.
I rode them. Yep. I rode them from the Alabama game through all those games.
Listen, I was riding them from game 1. I rode them through that losing streak they had in the middle of the season, and then I rode them to the hill when they were covering machines every single game until the championship. So, I'm gonna say UConn.
Fair. We was talking about that on the morning show earlier this week, so just wanted to ask you that. Chris, talk some sense into Mitch and tell him the Celtics finna bust up the Suns today.
I don't know how to do that when I don't think they do. Look, it's just this is just my thought process. We talked about it earlier in the show, but during college hoops, that teams go through lulls, and it's I'm not saying they're bad losses for the Celtics. Losing to the Suns and losing to the Denver Nuggets are, I would say acceptable, if there is such a thing as an acceptable loss. I mean, it's not like going on the road and losing to the Pistons, the Hornets, and the Wizards. You know what I mean? So teams are going to go through lulls, and right now I just think the Celtics are going to go through one. This is still a team that's probably going to finish with 60 wins. They're probably going to win, get the top spot in the Eastern Conference, but the Suns aren't pushovers. So I think the Suns come out. I think they play hard. I think they at least cover, if not give themselves a shot to win it outright.
Alex.
The only thing I see here is a total. Booker is probably not going to play tonight. Brown and Tatum are at less than 100%. They just came off a game in Denver in the Mile High City. Boston did. That was a grueling, exhausting game, and I know there's been a day rest in between, but it still plays havoc with the way your system works. Going from that crazy altitude down into the desert, and I don't think they're going to be 100% tonight. And I just see this is going to be a more of a grinding game. And, we've seen the kind of basketball Phoenix has played lately. They played a lot of games that are, like I said, grinding and very conservative in transition. I think it's been 9 games in a row without eclipsing the total. Lines makers can't get a gauge on them, and I don't think they're going to get a gauge here today. And I think watching those games against Cleveland and Denver, where Boston just didn't look cohesive offensively, especially after that big blowout against Golden State. They just seemed to, go into a wall. So we're going to go for the magic of 3, and we're going to say it's another low-scoring game from Boston, and just a low-scoring game overall.
There you go. Jovan, you want himself?
This the only game we're touching on right now?
Yeah.
The problem is that I would like to take the Celtics on a bounce back after back-to-back losses. The problem is Phoenix, they're on a little bit of a mini run, 2 consecutive games, so if you want to call that a run. But no, Alex is right as far as the type of game this is going to be, as far as style of play, pace of play. So I could see this being a closer than a close game where the Celtics win, but they grind it out. So I think it might be a close one. So I'll be on the Phoenix Suns in that scenario.
Costa.
So you guys, I mean, all of our listeners, they've heard all the stats, all the angles. There's nothing else for me to say. The only X factor that I could see in this game, one of my good friends, his dad is a huge Celtics fan. This is their road trip that started Celtics versus Cavs. This is the lineup. They're going to all these games. Celtics versus Cavs, loser. Celtics versus Nuggets, loser. They went to Red Wings, Avalanche last night. They're going to be at Celtics, Suns tonight. Then Dodgers spring training, NASCAR race in Phoenix, 4 rounds of golf in Phoenix, Celtics Jazz, 1 round of golf in Salt Lake City. This is the guy right now that's stopping the Celtics. The last 2 games.
Sounds like we need to fund me for these guys for some of our NFL games.
I'm like, it's on my phone. I mean, I'm looking at the X factor, and I'm like shaking my head. I don't know what to do. This guy's planned a 7-game multi-sport road trip, and they lost outright at Cleveland with no Donovan Mitchell. He went to Denver with a great game, lost that game. Oh, God. Is this guy the Black Cat?
Nah, he gonna see a dub today. Celtics get it done. Last two.
I'll just take a roof blow. I'm just shell shocked. I don't even know what to do over here. This is
Take the Suns. Do yourself a favor.
all right.
Take the Suns and forget about it.
Ruffalo.
Money line.
Nuggets, Jazz, Raptors, Blazers. Stupid, dummy, crazy. Short, sweet, simple. It's the back half of the season. Fading Denver in Denver is almost suicide. I almost fell for the trap and took Boston the other day. Luckily, I woke up, thought clearly, and took the Nuggets.
Thank God.
Hey, the Jazz have been blown out on the road just about as much as any other team. When you go back and look at the Jazz on the road this season, over half their road losses were double-digit losses. So we know they're susceptible to getting their doors blown off. Is this a sexy spot to be trying to lay double digits with Denver off the huge win? Not necessarily. But if Denver comes in here and plays a B minus style game, I still think they win the game by double digits. I think they are head and shoulders better than Utah right now, especially with Utah as banged up as they are. Still no marketing. Kessler might be back tonight. Keontae George may play tonight, but it still won't be enough. Denver wins this game by like 15, I think. I'm laying it here with the Nuggets. And in that last one, I won't bet Portland for the remainder of the season. Like, I will not bet them not one more time. They are, in my power rankings, they are 29 of 30 teams in the league. Only team that's worse than them is Washington. If the Raptors can't win this game, then I will not bet on the Raptors at all for the remainder of the season. So this has to be a must-win spot for Toronto, in my opinion. Terrible spot for Portland on a back end of a back-to-back. Give me Toronto in that one. So Toronto and Denver. Mitch.
Chicken nuggets for me, man. These guys are hitting their stride since the All-Star break. They lost that game to the Suns, but outside of that, they're just taking names. The Jazz, terrible on the road. I'm just going to take the chicken nuggets. Keep it easy.
Ruffalo's today the day
For what?
that you take them Raptors.
Oh, hell no.
Oh my God. You can't take them against the Blazers? Like, today can't be the day?
I mean, it could, but it's not going to be.
Oh, man.
I'm not touching that game with a 10-foot pole because that is a game that the Raptors put up a dud. That's what the Raptors will do if I back them. So give me the under if I had to pick that one, but I'm with you guys on the Nuggets. This hasn't been a very good team without Lauri Markkanen and I think Walker Kessler, I think he said was questionable, but to me it doesn't matter as long as Jokic plays. which
I see
I'm
them as
thinking he
probable.
will.
Yeah, I think I'm probable.
Yeah, so I got to think that this is a 20-piece Nuggets.
Javon.
I'm gonna roll with the over in the Toronto Portland game. You know, got a lot of players out for both of these games. Gonna see a lot of sloppy play, which could go either way as far as the total goes. But with this total being set at 227 right now, I'll lean over. And same thing as far as the over with the Utah and Denver game. You already know that the Jazz are gonna give up their fair share of points. And I think that they could contribute to the total in this one as well. So I'll take the over, even though this number has come down a couple points. I'll still back the over.
Costi.
Chicken nuggets for me. This team's hooping, man, in the second half of the year, and with the injury list that Utah has, no marketing, they were already free falling before the break, but they had a little bit of a run, and then they just go right back to being crappy. I can't stand them. I don't care. At home, there's spots where I will take them, but on the road, I fade them all day. Give me the Nuggets. This should be a blowout. And then not taking the Crafters. Give me Portland at home as a dog. I know Portland is absolutely horrendous as well, but I'm not betting this game, but small lean to Portland. I don't like this game at all.
Hey, that's all the NBA, man. It's a huge hockey card. I'm gonna be 1,000. I ain't look at it at all. So let's do parlays, and then we'll just put a blank screen up of Chris, and he can talk hockey. How about that? Sounds good.
Sounds good to me.
Mitch, you got a parlay for me today?
Yes, I do. We're going Suns on the money line, of course. Then we're going to put them with Suns on the money line with, what was my other teams? UConn minus the points versus Providence, and Utah State minus the points versus New Mexico.
Roof.
Let's go with Drake. Go with Morehead State and Marquette.
Any parlay for you, Alex? Javon.
Hey, real quick, I got a question. 6 minutes left. Should I degenerate bet?
Yes.
Georgetown.
What?
Georgetown.
No.
Should I degenerate bet the Ed Coolies?
I'm telling you, I watched Georgetown play in person. Literally a JV basketball team.
Oh no, I know it.
In high school.
And I know it. But 19 and a half.
I don't know.
Patino lit that
If you want a degenerate bet, do something else. There's 79 other opportunities for you to be a degenerate bet.
This is 12 o'clock down to the wire. I'm just looking at it like 19, and they played them tough a couple weeks ago.
I don't know.
It's a different St. John's team.
Money line?
Is Mitch playing on Georgetown today?
Money line's like 1,100 or some crazy like
Plus
that.
1,500.
1,500?
No.
No, it's like a little over 1,000. I know that.
700. I got plus 1,200.
Yeah.
So if you put, I don't know, $728. Oh, it won't let me do it.
The game is from the start.
Yeah, 5 minutes. I'm just
720
Oh, no.
bucks is 9,360.
Oh no. Oh no.
What?
Oh no.
What?
The play is Georgetown.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, money line,
Yeah.
right?
I don't know about the money line.
250. Listen to this. Let me put it in terms you can understand. If you put 250 on Georgetown, it pays $3,250. I'm only human. It's done.
Just saying.
Nah, I'm looking for.
Like Cal
I'm looking
Poly
for.
the other night in Oregon State Beavers, that type of thing.
Oh, all in.
Yeah, same.
Nah, I'm looking for a replacement bet because I can't bet a game because where I'm at. So a local game.
I'll put it. I just put an additional $470 points.
And Georgetown wins outright.
It's like I'm just trying to get the bet, and so I'm just hitting random numbers. It's like whatever lands on, just.
Yeah, and so all right, so Georgetown's an additional play for me, but yeah, I'm gonna roll with and this is all underdogs. South Carolina, NC State, UNLV, and Vandy. 4-teamer.
Costa.
God. Sick to my stomach over here. Hold on. All right. Parlay time. Villanova, Stephen F. Austin, Massachusetts, Lowell. 3-teamer.
Riverhawks.
2-teamer for me. Both money line dogs. First 2 games on the board in
Suns.
the NBA. Give me the Bulls, money line. Give me the Hornets, money line. I think it's worth a shot.
Throw the Suns in there.
No, do not throw the Suns in there. If you want to throw that game in there, take the Celtics and lay the extended.
I did just get a text from my friend. I said, "Is your dad the black cloud that's following the Celtics?" He goes, "It's the biggest black cloud you've ever seen." He's certain. He is just like 7-day road trip with dad, and you get to just lose every night. And the Celtics have been great all year, and then just they lose to a Donovan Mitchell-less Cavs. Tonight's the night. Tonight's the night. I didn't say it. I didn't give a pick, but tonight's the night. They're going to get it done. They're going to get it done.
All righty, fellas. Roof, did you want to cover hockey for real? Or are you going to tell them to watch the wraparound?
Watch the wraparound, but I will say, for those of you who want to bet the 12:30 games, it's going to be cutting it a little bit close. So I'll take the Oilers in regulation, take the Predators at -154, and the Hurricanes at -137. And I think the Bruins in regulation as well.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you to take the Bruins.
Javon was going to come through with a hockey play. I see you on the leaderboard. Want to know?
Yep, want to know it's gonna stay that way.
Retire undefeated.
Oh.
Lifetime. Lifetime. Want to know. Never lost a premium hockey play.
There you go. All right, fellas. Well, that's the show. We appreciate each and every one of you boys and girls for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same programming. And
set your clocks, man. Daylight savings. So everyone set your clocks.
I forgot about that. Are we going back or forward?
No,
Spring forward, fall back. Just remember that. Spring forward, fall back.
So we lose
in other words, you're moving them ahead. You're losing the hour.
You're going forward. You lose an hour in the morning. Yeah. But you have more daylight.
Which means it's an hour less that you guys have to get our picks. So just be sure to get them in,
Make sure you hop on that, man. See y'all tomorrow. It's been your guy, Jay Briggs. We're out of here. Peace.